Greetings, greetings, greetings. What's going on this beautiful Friday? I pray that this video is finding you at peace. Hey. I pray that the joy of the Lord is your strength today. I pray that you decide to mount up your wings like an eagle. Hey, and that you would walk and not grow weary, and that you would run and not faint. Look, I have a quick word for you this AM, and I pray that you settle your hearts and minds to receive it, okay? Look, we're going to be coming from the book of Jonah. And I'll be reading verses 1 through 5, and it says, "Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, Arise and go to Nineveh, the great city, and call out against it, for their evil has come up before me." It says in verse 3, it says, "But Jonah rose," but there's a but, y'all. When a but happens, that means something else about to go down instead of what's supposed to go down. It says, "But Jonah rose to flee to Tarshish from the presence of the Lord. He went down to Joppa and found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare and went down into it to go with them to Tarshish, away from the presence of the Lord." Can I pause for a quick second before I start verse 4? You know, we sometimes feel like we can run away from God, but we can't. Verse 4 says, "But the Lord hurled a great wind upon the sea, and there was a mighty tempest on the sea, so that the ship threatened to break up." Good God Almighty. Verse 5 says, "Then the mariners were afraid, and each cried out to his God, and they hurled the cargo that was in the ship into the sea to lighten it." So they was throwing away all their stuff because they were trying to figure out, look, we got to make sure that we get to our destination safe. It says, "But Jonah had gone down into the inner part of the ship, and had lain down and was fast asleep." So he ain't hear nothing. He was hiding out. Okay, we're going to stop there. I encourage you to continue to read the word. Look, I want to share with you that it is important that when your Abba Father tells you to do what he tells you to do, that you obey him. Okay? Sometimes the execution of doing certain things that you need to do, it may not all happen exactly at once. But are you working towards it? Are you doing some small things to show God, Lord, I'm working on what you said, and I'm trusting you to pave the way for me. Okay, I want to end with saying, be strong and courageous.